keep telling yourself you'll be happy when you get the job, when you finish the project, when you finally lose the weight or find the person or move to the city that feels like home. And that little word, when it sounds so innocent, it sounds like hope, but it's not hope. It's a trap. Because here's what actually happens. You reach the thing, you get it, and for a moment, maybe a day, maybe a week, you feel that rush, that yes, but then something strange settles in. The happiness you expected, the one that was supposed to finally stay, it starts slipping through your fingers like water. And before you know it, you're looking at the next thing, the next when, the next finish line. And you think something's wrong with you, you think maybe you didn't want it enough, or you wanted the wrong thing, or you're just broken in some fundamental way that keeps you from holding on to joy. But that's not it. That's not it at all. The problem isn't you. The problem is the deal you made with yourself. The deal that says happiness is a reward you have to earn, that it lives somewhere in the future, waiting for you to deserve it, that you don't get to feel it now because you haven't done enough yet. Think about when you first made that deal. Really think about it. Were you a kid trying to get approval? Were you a teenager who learned that your worth came from your grades? Were you someone who got the message early that rest was laziness, that wanting was weakness, that you had to prove yourself before you were allowed to simply exist in peace? You didn't choose this belief. It was handed to you. And you carried it because it seemed true, because everyone around you seemed to be carrying the same weight. But let me ask you something. If you can't be happy until you reach your goals, and reaching your goals just creates new goals, then when exactly does, the happiness arrive? Next year? In 10 years? On your deathbed? You're not postponing happiness. You're canceling it over and over again. Every single day you wake up and say, not yet. You're teaching yourself that you don't deserve to feel good right now. And that lesson sinks in. It becomes the water you swim in. It becomes so normal you don't even notice you're drowning. Here's what nobody tells you. Happiness isn't a destination. It's not a place you get to after you've climbed enough mountains. It's a way of walking. It's available in the climb itself, in the struggle, in the uncertain middle of things. Not because the struggle is fun, but because you're alive in it. Because this moment, even this one, even the hard one, is still your life. Still counts, still matters. You think you'll feel different when you achieve the thing. More confident, more at ease, more like the person you were always supposed to be. But that person isn't waiting for you at some finish line. That person is here, right now, choosing how to show up today. And I know this sounds simple. I know part of you is already pushing back, saying, but I have goals. I have things I want. I can't just be satisfied with where I am. And you're right, goals matter. Ambition matters. Wanting more for yourself is not the enemy, but there's a difference between working towards something because it excites you and working towards something because you're trying to escape how you feel. One is expansion, the other is running, and you can't outrun yourself. So what if you tried something different? What if you let yourself feel good now, not as a reward, but as a foundation? What if you decided that happiness isn't something you chase, but something you practice? It can be small, stupid small, a cup of coffee where you actually taste it. A moment with someone you love where you're not thinking about what's next. A breath where you're just here, not planning, not rehearsing, just present. These moments won't make your goals disappear. They won't make you lazy or soft. They'll make you whole, and they'll give you the energy to keep going, not because you're desperate to escape where you are, but because you actually have something to build from. The future isn't guaranteed. It never was. But this moment, the one you're in right now, this one is real. This one is yours, and you don't have to earn the right to enjoy it. You never did. So stop waiting. Stop putting conditions on your own joy. You've spent too long believing that happiness is something you'll get to someday, but someday is a lie we tell ourselves to avoid being here. This is your life, not the one that starts after you succeed, not the one waiting on the other side of your achievements. This one, the messy, uncertain, imperfect one you're living right now. And it's enough. You're enough, not because of what you've done or what you'll do, but because you're here, because you're still trying, because even after all the times you've delayed your own peace, you're still reading this, still listening, still hoping that maybe, just maybe, you can learn to let yourself be happy. You can. You already have everything you need. Start now.